talk about the Mando. So, I said I would inform y'all about it. It's been about a year with the Mando, playing around with it. First couple months, I really didn't get a chance to do anything other than street driving with it. So, I don't like to give my opinion on suspension-based stuff. I'm just street driving only. So I finally got around to getting to an autocross, mountain run, and another mountain run, all within 3 weeks time. Perfect for me to play with the Mando. So first up, mountain run, Taylor Dragon. If you're not familiar with it, it's located in North Carolina / Tennessee. It's 318 curves over 11 miles. A lot of switchbacks, a lot of off-camber turns. The road quality is fairly decent. There are some areas that are a little bumpy, but for the most part, smooth. Everything seemed to line up for me. I had decent tires all the way around. All of them was summer tire, so that worked out well. So I knew the grip was gonna be there. Everything else on the car was good. Also, along with that, I had my iBox sway bars installed and end links. So everything was there, everything was done. I would have liked to try it with just the Mando before the sway bars, but I didn't want to just leave the sway bars just sitting in the garage forever, like some of my other things have been sitting there for a while. So let's get into it. Initially on the mountain, if I remember correctly, I did it at night. And if you've ever driven this finger in curves, whether you're lowered or not, you'll still notice body roll. Springs will help, but body roll is still there, especially for me. Anytime I'm coming down the Dragon from the Tennessee side to the North Carolina side, the car tends to feel very heavy in curves going downhill. I would like to increase my brake fluid from a .3 to a 5.1, or I think 5.1 should be the one. Only reason I haven't done it because I don't want to bleed the brakes, and I was trying to time it so that I could powder coat my calipers at the same time. And if I do so, the guy was gonna powder coat it. He'll pull them, disassemble, powder coat, and put the stainless steel lines and bleed it for me. So I want to lump that in, but if not, I'll probably get around to doing the SS lines because I have them. But again, coming down the mountain, the car feels heavy. Going up and using the torque and the dip, car feels pretty good. One thing I would like for the car to have is more engine braking when downshifting. Like my Infinity cars in the past had a great amount of engine downshift, engine braking with it. Specifically, my wife's 06 G35. It's only at 5 speed, so gears 3 and 2 mainly are the ones you'll get a lot of engine braking. It doesn't really want to give you first gear going down, but occasionally you can get it. Great engine braking, you can literally feel the stopping of it once it kick in. On a Kia, it just blips the throttle back up and hey, I'm ready to go now. Okay, we're slowing down. So that's one reason why going down here kind of sucks. 4,000 pound car. I know with at least me in it and no other passengers and half a tank of gas. My car is 4,086. I have a GT1. GT2 is probably 4,000 before a driver. So with all of that said, the car tends to lean on the front end. I'm seasoned enough to know that once I hear squealing, I'm pretty much at my limit. So I will back down to where I'm just getting slight squeal. On some turns, most turns I'm not getting squeal at all. Cause I drive within my limits. Now, turning on the Mando, this is what things change. I feel like in most curves I picked up anywhere from 2 to 5 miles per hour in these curves. Braking felt more solid because the front end didn't dive as hard, and without it, with it not diving so hard, I'm pushing more to the tires and keeping more grip. As far as the lean in the curve, it's not leaning as hard. And my Mando, I had to set at 80%. That's my max. I can max it out at 100, but I only go to 80, so I leave a 20% margin of, I guess, ability, and so I don't blow the shop, because I don't want to blow electronic shop. They're expensive, but try to leave that 20% margin. And with that, like I said, man, it's a totally different thing. Totally different feel. Probably the best thing to ride around on for a long period of time, 'cause it causes my back to hurt after a while. I left it set that way, headed home, and it's a 4-hour trip. About 2 hours in, I had to go back to comfort. So that's how stiff it gets. But in handling, my rear end didn't get jumpy over any bump, so it's still good there. The car doesn't get stiff to the point where you hit a bump and you feel like you're gonna skip over the bump, but it's still stiff enough to control the body roll. My sway bar settings are at the softest that they can be set at, because I also let my wife drive the car and I don't want it overly stiff, so if she goes to make a move or something, she's not shocked by it. She's not the driver I am, so I work around that in that way. But the Mando, I turn on and it's connected to my phone, so I can say that however I want when I'm in and turn it right back off. But in going up, happy in turns, causing the stick. I didn't have much of any rub out of the front. I get a slight bit of rub on my driver's side. And I got summer tires, but there was 2 different brands on the front. So one of them seemed to be a lot more square, so that gave the rub on that side. But with the Mando, that stopped. I'm trying to think. Turn in was still, it stayed sharp, it's not sharper. And it worked great for me there. Now, autocross. This is where, I don't know, maybe it was the tires, because my shortly after autocross, I had to replace tires before I could. No, I made it through autocross and 2 track days. And 2 Taylor Dragon runs / weekends. Then I had to swap tires. So the tires were low in the rear, but they still was above the wear indicator. But I'm guessing I had Michelin Pilot Sports in the rear. Can't remember, it was Pirelli, and forgot the other one I had up front. But I was summer tires. And the rear end would not hook. In comfort mode with it soft, didn't hook, so I tried stiffening it up, didn't hook. And this was a new area. I've autocrossed there. It's my first time autocross with the wheels on though, so maybe, I don't know, but my wheels are bigger than my OEM wheels, but bigger is not always better for traction. It comes down to the tire, but I got summer tires on the factories and summer tires on these. But I didn't grip well that day. Now, granted, I did not try to adjust any tire pressures because it was a kind of hot day, so my tire pressure maybe was high and it was making the tire harder. And harder tires tend to not grip surfaces as great. And autocross with a heavy car, you're gonna put heat in the tires fairly quick. So that could have been that. But on the flip side, I never touch my tire pressure doing autocross days. I don't take it that serious to want to play around with pressures all day and trying to check tire temp. The most I would do when I had TPMS in my wheels, I would check the pressure that way and see, and if I seen the pressure was going up, then I'll be a little less aggressive on turns and brake a little earlier just to compensate for that. But on this particular day, I tried all my tricks to get grip out of the car, nothing happened. I want to say I did the Mando in 3 different settings. I started on comfort, went to my track day layout that I got set up, which is 80 in the front, 80 in the rear. I also tried, I think, 60 in the front and a 40 in the rear. And then I think I just tried 40 all the way around. Nothing seemed to allow the car to hook up that day, no matter what. And it seemed to be particularly second gear. I could roll off lightly, get on it, even in second. I was just lighting tires up. So maybe we can attribute it to that, but I don't think so. So that's week 2, week 3, right back at the Dragon, pushing on again. This time I followed my, and last time I followed my friend with the Nismo 370Z, also on the same Michelin Pilot Sports. Both of us run the ZR, the zero pressure, so they got very stiff sidewall because they're run flats. Tad heavy, but still grip well for with it being a Michelin Pilot Super Sports. Also, I got an Infinity Red Sport. He was on Continentals, DWS's, and 2 buddies with a Corvette C7 with a Z51 Sport package, and the other one was a C5 Z06 Supercharged. Don't remember what tires he had. Neither one of the Corvettes had. But I was leading the group, and again, going up, no problem. I could keep us moving along. A lot of the short straights, I could hit 50 miles per hour with no problem. Slow back down, get to a curve, and the car would work fine. I remember going to the Dragon when it was all stopped, and chasing another 370, and that was kind of a workout. Getting the car through the turns, really manhandling the steering to keep it there. If you ever really push the car, you know what I mean by having to really manhandle and just stick it, because naturally throttling through the curves, you're putting pressure on the power steering pump and it wants to go back to its neutral state. So you have to really hold it there. Or if you drift, you felt that also. But I didn't feel that this time with the Mando. It felt a lot easier. I also did a road rally some time back. That was on stock wheels and General RS, the General RS sport tire. I felt kind of tired after that. I had that feeling of having to really muscle it due to just the natural lean from the car, the soft sway bars and the setup for touring, not sport handling. So yeah, that's thinking back on that, is the Mando definitely helped in that, in combination with the iBox sway bars. I may stiffen everything up with sway bar wise and then just unplug the Mando or put the Mando in comfort and see how that feels, but I'm not gonna make any promises there. But overall, I would definitely suggest y'all get a Mando if you're in the corners or cornering. Even just everyday riding, I feel, in my opinion, and what I've noticed with my car, seems my car doesn't wear the inside of my front tires as much with the Mando. I also, my car seemed to not sit higher, but maintain its height easier over bumps. So I'm not scraping as much or anything like that. You kind of understand what I'm saying now. But definitely on the top thing, it's definitely seemed to be a whole lot better there. Because these cars don't really have any front camber due to how the strut set up, where it just goes right into the top of the hub. There's no way to push that left or right unless you gotta think with the car loads you can slide that left or right to try to help with camber, but I'm not quite sure. I wish somebody would make a top plate for the OEM shop. That would help. Other than that, that's all I have on this. Wish I kind of had some kind of way to quantify this, other than my opinion. But get y'all opinion like y'all asked, and maybe some others would have, Mando would chime in if they've done the autocross versus mountain runs versus track days. I've yet to track my setup again, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to do that. But when I track it, I will definitely have done the brake fluid swap, whether I've done the calipers or not, and the SS lines. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And any questions you have on the Mando or thoughts and concerns or tests that you may want me to do, drop them in the comments below, and we'll chat back and forth, and I'll give you my input on that test, and we'll try to figure it out and get it done to the best of my ability and to the best way to show results. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one.